Hello. Today we are going to discuss mean activity coefficient, and I'm going to share first with the board with you people, and that is mean activity coefficient. What it is? Activity activity is denoted by A, and A is activity of any component, that is any electrolyte. When we talk about A for positive ions, that is A plus into A negative, that we will say that this is the sum up of A plus A negative for activity coefficient. This is activity. Actually, activity of any substance is the sum of the activity of their positive ions and the sum of the activity of their negative ions. And we have to take the average of these two activities, and then we will say that activity A plus A negative is equal to A2, and that is 1 over V. V is actually the power of the valency. V is equal to X plus Y. And you can write A plus negative is equal to A2. Activity coefficient, that is gamma plus. Whenever activity is there for positive ions, this is equal to activity of their molality into their activity coefficient. Similarly, we can say that A negative is equal to M negative into gamma negative. And if you find activity coefficient, that is an activity coefficient of positive ions is equal to A positive over M positive, and on the other side, gamma negative is equal to M negative, A negative over M negative. This is activity coefficient of negative ions. And if you are going to see this is here from activity coefficient is positive for positive ions, gamma negative for negative ions, and whenever we are taking the activity of the whole electrolyte, we can call it as a activity coefficient, that is gamma plus negative. And this gamma plus negative is called as a mean activity coefficient, and that mean activity coefficient can be written like gamma positive raised power V positive and gamma negative raised power V negative, and whole of that is equal to 1 over V. Or either you can write gamma plus negative is equal to A positive V positive A negative V negative over M positive V positive M negative V negative whole 1 over V. And you can say mean activity coefficient gamma plus negative is equal to activity A plus negative over M plus negative. So this is the main thing what we should know about, that is what is activity coefficient and how we can denote it with this sign. We can share this with our board very well. I will send you notes as well of this one. These are the values of activity coefficient. Now we are going to determine the activity coefficient and mean activity coefficient by using different methods. These different methods are called as activity method of, we say them, these are activity method. We are using different methods: solubility method, EMF method. That is a number method, and in number methods we are using all the colligative properties like freezing point depression, elevation in boiling point, osmosis and osmotic pressure methods. These all methods are used for the activity coefficient of a substance, because you have to find out what is the actual activity of a substance. And when we are going to find out the actual activity of a substance, then we determine their activity coefficient and their mean activity coefficient. And this is just a few things I'm going to give you here. I'm going to share screen with you with the next lecture, and I will give you a little bit more about activity coefficient determination, and I will share my handouts with you as well. Now my screen is being shared with you. In this sharing of screen, if you look at it, this is a mean activity coefficient of sparingly soluble electrolyte. What is sparingly soluble electrolytes? Sparingly soluble electrolytes are those electrolytes which are not completely soluble. They are partially soluble. It means like if it's a calcium carbonate, it is not completely water soluble. If it is a lead sulfate, it is not completely water soluble. We take the such type of electrolyte and we put them into the solvent, and then we find that there is a solution. And for such type of a solutions, what you have to do, you have to make a concentrated solution of that. And when the concentration of those is constant, it means solution is saturated, number of ions inside the solution is constant, then you can find out its activity coefficient. For this, first of all, we will write equation, and equation 1 is in front of your screen, that is AXBY. AX is BY is an electrolyte, X showing the number of moles represented by A, BY number of moles of B. And you can see here, they are going to be dissociated into XA plus YB negative. So number of moles of X of A positive ions and number of Y moles of B negative ions are in the solution. And it is constantly a reversible process. Number of ions are going to be dissociated, and then it is going to be reformed in the form of a salt. And then you have to determine a constant where the number of ions remains constant inside the solution. And for that ionization constant, you will show it by the sign of K. That is going to give you the activity of A positive ions, activity of B negative ions, and then the activity of the whole salt divided by it. If you can see, the power of X and the power of Y is showing the concentration of the ions of A and the concentration of ions of B there. And then you see here, KAX, we have taken it in the form of constant here, KAAX BY. And then you take the concentration of A positive ions and the concentration of B negative ions here. And the next we will see here, Here you can see here that the activity solubility Ka is supposed to be activity solubility product, and it's at a constant temperature when concentration of a solution is expressed in molarity. Here we are talking about molarity because we are taking the concentration. Activity A is equal to gamma into C. Gamma is activity coefficient, C is the concentration, and that concentration is in the term of molarity. I have already told you whenever there is a activity of an electrolyte, we take it in the terms of positive ions and in terms of negative ions. And here we are taking as activity A as a positive ions and activity of B as a negative ion. So A plus is equal to gamma plus C plus, AB negative is equal to gamma negative C negative, and then it is represented in the form of equation Ka gamma plus C plus, that is representing A positive, and gamma negative C negative raised power x and y respectively, and they are giving you the positive and the negative ions. Then further we will divide it, we will separate it out activity coefficient from the concentration. We are writing the gamma plus gamma negative raised power x and y, then C plus C negative raised power x and y. Here is a little bit mistake, again they have written y and y, this is a typing mistake. You can make it C plus x C negative y. This is your equation 3. And again, we will move for the gamma plus negative, that is mean activity coefficient, and this is equal to gamma plus raised power x, gamma negative raised power y, 1 over y. And as a whole, you can take, as I told you, V is equal to x plus y. V means that is a number of ions present or number of ions contributing from the positive ions and the negative ions, A for the x for the positive ions and y for the negative ions, and then you take the mean of that, and mean activity coefficient gamma plus negative raised power x plus y, and as a equation number 2 is written in the form of equation number 4 here. Ka is equal to gamma plus negative x raised power y and C plus xy. And now we are again going to give it as a solubility product. When you say solubility product, we represent A ions with the symbol of X, X into S. S means solubility. This is the amount, whatever the amount is soluble. All the amount is not soluble, some of the amount is soluble, and that whatever the amount is soluble, that is playing a role as the active amount of that solution. So the concentration of positive ion and the concentration of negative ion is according to their solubility. So we represent it as C plus is equal to X into S and C negative is equal to Y into S, and then furthermore we are representing that C plus with the replaced by XS and C negative replaced by YS. So we are putting that into equation form, and finally we get the solubility equation. Here S, capital S, is showing you XS and XY, and XS and SY is changing into S gamma plus negative. That is going to be changed into Ka x raised power x, y raised power y, and overall it is going to tell you about the whole amount raised power 1 over x y plus y. Now we are using this sign of x plus y and we are multiplying it on both sides, and then we will get S gamma plus negative is equal to constant. That your Ka x raised power x, y raised power y, and these are very small constants, and as they are represented by K dash, and we call it as a K dash. If we have two solutions, अब हम इसको ये करते हैं कि हमने ये एक सोल्यूशन के लिए ले लिया, हमने ये जस्ट फॉर वन सोल्यूशन हमने ये फाइंड आउट किया कि कोई एक सोल्यूशन हम लेके चल रहे हैं, उसकी हमने एक्टिविटी कोफिशिएंट डिटरमिन किया है, फिर उसका हमने मीन एक्टिविटी कोफिशिएंट डिटरमिन किया है और उसे हमने एक कांस्टेंट के बराबर रखा है. अब अगर हम एक सोल्यूशन की बजाय नंबर ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस लेते हैं, 1 2 3 4 सॉल्यूशंस ले लेते हैं, और वो नंबर ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस जो हैं वो 2 3 4 जो हमने ले लिए हैं उनको हम इसमें शेयर करते हैं, और उसमें हम सॉलिबिलिटी यहाँ पे हमने S गैमा प्लस नेगेटिव किया है और K डैश के इक्वल किया है, वो हमारा कांस्टेंट है. अब हम उसकी जगह नंबर ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस की सॉलिबिलिटी लेते हैं, उनका मीन एक्टिव कोएफिशिएंट से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, 1 और 2 करते हैं और उसे कांस्टेंट के इक्वल रखते हैं, एंड देन कांस्टेंट इज गोइंग टू बी चेंज इनटू K एंड दैट इज आवर कांस्टेंट. अब इसकी जगह 1 और 2 की जगह हम 3 और 4 भी रख सकते हैं और हमारी इक्वेशन 7 जो है उसको रिप्रेजेंट करेगी. और अगर हम कहते हैं कि जी सॉल्युबिलिटी जो है वो बहुत नेग्लिजिबल है, दैट इज़ उसमें अगर सॉल्युबिलिटी बहुत थोड़ी है, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बहुत कम है, तो एक्टिविटी कोफिशिएंट जो है डाइल्यूट सॉल्यूशंस के लिए हमेशा 1 होता है। और जब डाइल्यूट सॉल्यूशन का एक्टिविटी कोफिशिएंट 1 होगा तो S1 इज इक्वल टू S2 बिकम्स इक्वल टू अ कांस्टेंट आ जाएगा। और जब हम S0 करेंगे, इसका मतलब है कि हमारी सॉल्यूशन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन सॉल्युबिलिटी जो है वो ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लिजिबल 0 है, तो हमारी K की वैल्यू भी जो है वो K0 के इक्वल हो जाएगी। एंड व्हेन वी प्लॉट अ ग्राफ हियर, एक्स एक्सिस पे हमारी मोलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन आ जाती है, दैट इज x स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ x, एंड y एक्सिस पे हमारी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ आयंस आ जाती है, दैट इज आवर सॉल्युबिलिटी प्रोडक्ट की है, पॉजिटिव आयंस और नेगेटिव आयंस की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है। x वो है जो अमाउंट हमने डाली है, c पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव आयंस वो शो कर रही है जो कि हमारी सॉल्युबल अमाउंट्स हैं। और देन वी प्लॉट अ ग्राफ, तो आपको एक स्ट्रेट लाइन ए और बी की मिलती है, और जब आप उसको नॉट तक लेके जाते हैं जहाँ पे हमारी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन 0 है, तो एट दैट टाइम सॉल्युबिलिटी इज इक्वल टू S नॉट, एंड व्हेन S नॉट इज इक्वल टू K नॉट डैश, तो हमें एक स्ट्रेट लाइन हमें मिल जाती है। और अगर हम इसे एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस में लेके जाते हैं तो दिस इज अ वेरी गुड मेथड टू डिटरमाइन द solubility of a given is determined by presence of known ionic strength। जितनी भी आपकी known ionic strength है वहाँ से आप उसकी solubility find out कर सकते हैं, आप उसका activity coefficient determine कर सकते हैं। This is the simplest method how can you determine the activity coefficient of a substance। ये मैंने आपके साथ स्क्रीन भी शेयर कर दी है, मैं आपको इनको हैंडआउट्स को भी सेंड कर दूंगी, पहले हैंडआउट्स जो इसके शुरू के लेक्चर के हैं वो भी सेंड कर दूंगी, आप लोग इसको गो थ्रू हो जाइए। हम लोग जो है वो नेक्स्ट वीक में, इससे बाद में एक EMF का एक और लेक्चर है जो कि आपका सॉल्युबिलिटी से रिलेटेड ही है, एक्टिविटी कोफिशिएंट से, वो शेयर करने के बाद मैं आप लोगों के साथ एक लेक्चर रखूँगी जिसमें हम ये तीनों लेक्चर्स जो हैं उनको डिस्कस करेंगे इंशाल्लाह, एंड देन वी विल डू दैट।